I just wanted to talk about Kensington, Philadelphia a little bit. I've been watching the drive around videos for years now. They've gotten much more popular and people are becoming more aware. And there's many cities like this in the States, and I'm sure in other countries it's as bad. I don't know if crocodile is the same drug as xylazine or trank, but I saw this stuff a decade ago over there and it was like flesh eating, it's collapsing veins. And I heard of hints hitting the States. But now, if it's the same thing, I'm not very knowledgeable, but there's xylazine, it's known as trank. It was like pure dope, and then dope became laced with fentanyl, and now like there's no more heroin even around really. It's mainly laced with fentanyl in the past 7 years. And that's already dangerous enough, but xylazine's being added to it too, and xylazine's on a whole other level. Like fentanyl's already way worse, but xylazine, it's collapsing veins at a very very calloused rate. I might be saying that wrong, but at a very exponential rate, right? And it's causing like epidermis necrosis, and it's eating away people's flesh, and they have sores all over themselves, and there's going to be a lot of amputations occurring. If you can stomach this kind of stuff, just look up Kensington drive arounds. It's not too far away from where I live. It's hours away, but like it's crazy to me that these places exist. There's just needles everywhere, people shooting up everywhere, tent cities everywhere, and I'm sure Kensington's not the only place. I've been there a few times. It's mind-blowing that it even exists, and it's gotten to the state it's at. And I guess after COVID, it's gotten even worse. But if you look up this xylazine, people are extremely addicted to it, and it speaks for itself because they're injecting around or into these open wounds, and they just can't stop. Like, they're going to lose their limbs, and they still continue to do it. So that speaks for itself. I guess there's even people with such necrosis that the bone's showing, which is insane to me. Like, you could get sepsis, so many bloodborne pathogens, diseases, and they're walking around like this. I saw a guy with hands just bloated and just sores everywhere, like he can't even use his hands correctly. It's crazy to me, the things that are going on. And my heart goes out to these people. And one odd thing, when you start watching these videos, when they do the drive arounds, you see new people weekly. There's people coming in and out of these cities weekly, and new addicts. There's young females and young men. There's elderly too. But I don't know how someone's 18, 19 going over here. Maybe they're trafficked. I don't know. I'm not very knowledgeable. But if you get a chance and you can stomach it, go look at what is going on in some of these cities right on the outskirts or in them. And Kensington's just one example. And I think they call it Needle Park, the main park in that area. It's wild to me. And they call it Zombieland too, because everyone's just slouched over, bent over, like they're so high they can't function. They're just like bent down to the ground, and they're in that state for maybe even hours. I don't even know. But yeah, it's everywhere. And then business owners, I don't even know how you own a business around there. There's some people filming themselves, like pushing people away with brooms, and I don't know. It's wild. So if you're not aware of this, go look it up. I mean, it is what it is. It's sad. It's saddening. It's disheartening. But this stuff exists, and there's a lot of channels documenting it now, especially since it became more viral. I was watching these drive arounds years ago. They were getting a couple thousand views. Now, like, they're getting millions, some of these videos, because it's so shocking. But no judgment from me. I mean, these people probably have massive hardships, probably come from severely abusive childhoods, There may even be trafficking involved, and that's how they get hooked on drugs. I don't know. I'm not going to overly speak on the topic. It's just a city I've been fascinated with the past several years, and I revisit it once every month to 3 months just to see, and it's always the same. It's not getting any better, and I can't believe government and like stateside officials allow it to go on. Like, even you'll see police driving around there and they don't do anything. I'm pretty sure there's murders, robberies all the time. I don't know how people fall asleep there. I'm sure people get jacked all the time out there. So yeah, not much more to say. Just trying to spread some awareness, even though my videos don't get many views, but who knows? Maybe it can interest you, and it's sort of like it's like a wake up, you know? It's like, wow, I can't believe this stuff exists. It's a crazy time to be alive.